we begin, we want a volunteer to open for us in the prayer. Any volunteer? Okay.
Heavenly Father, we just thank you for this day. We thank you for everything that you give us, Lord. We just praise your name. Lord, bless your people. Look after them in these trying times. Thank you. Amen.
Welcome to you all. Triple M presentation. We are going to start with testimonies. Do we have MMM members with us here? Do we have MMM members? Okay. We want to start with testimonies. To those who want to testify about MMM.
Morning, everybody. I would like to testify about MMM. I never realized how good it would be for me once I joined, but I'm really seeing the benefits now. As you'll find out in the upcoming presentation, there's bonuses for people who become managers. If you recruit people, there are bonuses. Your money does grow. The system is relatively, or I should say even 100% flawless. The design of the system is very good. The man who invented it is very clever in what he's done, and it really is, to be honest, it's quite flawless. Unless the internet stops working, I don't think the system will ever stop working. It's really paid me since the 1st of April. I've probably made nearly $1,000 out of the system, and I'm intending to make a lot more money in the future. That's the best news of all, because in these days you can't rely on anything, and this is a system which is liberating the banking system to us, the people, and we can really make a lot of money, and that's what we need. We don't want to be slaves forever. Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, Mr.
It's Wayne. Just Wayne.
Thank you, Wayne. Do we have more participants? Anybody who wants to testify? Guys, as I'm participating in MMM. MMM is real, guys. That's what I can say to you all.
Good morning to you members of MMM and those who are aspiring to join MMM. I'd like to give my testimony. I joined MMM on the 4th of April, and since then, I've never been hungry in my home. I always have money. Whenever I need money, I withdraw. I've bought new pots and stuff. So far, I've put 700 into MMM, and I'm planning to put more if God open models for me. I've already enrolled 16 people, which is an achievement for me. It's not easy to convince people to join the MMM, because most people think it's a scam. So far, I'm doing well, and I hope I will be a 100 guider in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much. MMM is real. MMM is paying. I myself, I'm a Triple M participant, but I recently graduated for the guidance course. Without wasting much time, we'll have more testimonies, because I think people are still coming. I want to present to you Vanessa, our 100+ guider. She's the one going to present MMM for you.
Hello everybody. Hello. Okay, my name is Vanessa. I'm a 100+ guider in MMM. Are you happy to be here? Yes. How many are new who come to represent for the very first time? Wow. Good. Okay. I hope you'll enjoy this presentation, and it will open up your mind, and you will know what to do after the presentation. Okay, what does MMM stand for? It stands for Mavrodi Mondial Money Box. This is what MMM means. MMM Global is a self-managed community by participants aimed in providing each other financial help in the principle of gratuitousness, reciprocity, and benevolence.
This simply means that the people in MMM, the participants, they're doing this, participating in MMM selflessly, out of the goodness of their hearts, out of wanting to help one another in times of need. Because in MMM we're told that you put in spare money that you don't need and take out when you need, when someone is also ready to help you. So it's simply about helping each other in MMM. Next slide. MMM is a global community of financial aid and donation exchange. MMM is a social network that connects the one who wants to donate money with the one who wants to get money. Participants transfer money directly to each other, peer-to-peer system, no central account. It will not collect your money. So to the new members, if you hear someone saying, there is no central account. There is no account where you say, when you want to join MMM, you go and put your money into this account. There is nothing like that. It's a peer-to-peer transaction. Like with us in Zimbabwe, what happens is we use EcoCash. That's what is really popular here. So what happens is when you join and you pledge to provide help, when your time comes, you simply go to your you get all the details of the person, simply go to EcoCash, do a deposit and transfer the money to the person. So it's peer-to-peer. You give the person directly. There's no central account. You couldn't maybe have an account or anything. It's money that you have in your pocket and that you will transfer at a later stage when the time comes. And this is all done on a social network, online. You will have your personal office online that will be maneuvering. This is where you work. This is where you do all the transactions. So it's all social network. Brief facts about MMM. MMM Global Community started in 2011 as a new project of Sergei Mavrodi in Moscow, Russia, to create a new fair financial order as a world mutual aid fund community, primarily to free the people from the bondage of financial slavery. And it speeded up at the very first day of its beginning. The founder of MMM. Just give you a brief history about Sergei Mavrodi. Sergei Mavrodi is the founder and leader of MMM Social Financial Community. MMM is sure to be his life work, but not the only one. Sergei Mavrodi, having a degree in mathematics, worked as a programmer and took part in the development of the first operating systems. The company he founded was one of the leading computer equipment distributors in Russia. He was a deputy of the Russian parliament. His literary works were published and they were sold in bookstores. 2 of his screenplays were made into movies. His poems were turned into songs. So the guy who came up with this system is a really intelligent guy. So we cannot even say the system he is a programmer and a mathematician. So the way he did the system is in such a way when he did it he knew talking about the 30%, he knew the system will sustain itself if I do this, do that. So he really came up with an intelligent system. You will see, for those who are not yet in it, that is a really clever system. You will find even, like say you now have people you've invited into the system. It's rare for the system to connect you with a person in your structure to send you money or something. So it will hardly give you problems. It just matches you with people from different structures, different areas, different countries. Say even if we're going to talk about panels of Bitcoin, we'll get into that. That's another form of payment that we use. So with the Bitcoin, you can be linked to someone who's even in the UK, who's in Kenya, who's in Ghana. So it's really a global thing. You'll see how amazing it is. Brief facts. Now this voluntary network becomes a community of millions and millions of people for more than 100 countries worldwide. Fastest growing community in the world, #1 donation exchange program. $14 billion assistance provided. And I mean to date, it's probably no more than 14 billion because this was probably written some time back. So seeing that is now growing in Zim, it became like official, like in January. That's when lots of people started knowing about it. So we probably surpassed 14 billion. So you can imagine what kind of a community it is. MMM gives you a technical basic program which helps millions of participants worldwide to find those who are in need and those who are ready to provide help with their spare money. Like it will link people from different parts of the world, different parts of the country. Places like here in Harare, you can be linked with someone in Gweru, you can be linked with someone in Buluwayo, all over, different places, Cholocho even. You know, as long as the person has access to the internet and Econet or whatever, people are being linked from all over. How does it work? When you declare the willingness to provide help by clicking the Provide Help button, which is in your personal office, which we term PO, your account will be credited with Mavro. Mavro, what is Mavro? Mavro is the internal currency of the system. Mavro's amount will start growing from the moment of deposit at the rate of 30% per month. The calculation of interest occurs twice a week on Tuesdays and on Thursdays. This sum in Mavro shows how much you can request yourself. So Mavro is basically a virtual currency. Just like when you go to EcoCash, until you go and give the agent your money, and then they credit your EcoCash account. Is it actual physical money that's in your account, in the EcoCash account? No, it's virtual money, right? It will only become money once you withdraw, just like with the Mavro. Mavro is a virtual currency. Once you want the physical, actual money, you'll then get into the system, ask to get help. You get matched with someone, that someone will go and deposit money to their EcoCash account, transfer it to you, you go to an agent and you cash out. Say you have announced willingness to assist $100, you will be credited in your personal office, which is PO, with 100 Mavro. And they will immediately start growing. From the day that you go into that system and press provide help, say for $100, it will start growing from that moment. A month later, these 100 Mavros will become 130 Mavros. Accordingly, you will be able to request for $130. So $100 equals to 100 Mavros. After 30 days, 130 Mavros equals to $130. We all on the same page?
Yes.
Benefits. We are offering a mutual aid program with 30% growth per month for your donations. Growth of Mavro per month, that is. Provide help and receive 30% more. Registration bonus for those who are new. After you have registered and making the first donation, the participant receives a bonus in the amount of $20 if the donation is from $50 to $499. You receive bonus of $50 if the donation is from $500 to $2,999. $100 donation more than $3,000 up to a maximum of $10,000. You get $100 registration bonus. Okay, we've got a referral program in MMM. In MMM, you are not forced to invite people. Whether you invite people or not, if you just want to provide help and help others, you will just get your 30%. Fair and fine. But we do have a referral program whereby if you invite people to this program, you get a referral bonus. You get 10% from all donations of the participant you invited. Inviting new members from the community is your additional contribution to its development. Because the more we invite others, we share in alleviating poverty, and also the community grows. It means our system keeps on running smoothly. Referring people will be a plus to you who's invited, because each time they provide help, you get 10% of whatever they've provided help. Become a manager by finishing manager's tasks and earn manager's bonuses. I think Mambonza, Alice, our MC, I showed up to, she's recently graduated from the guidance course. We've got a manager's course that is done. They come in batches. It is just posted on when you get into your system, the system I was talking about. There is news, and also on our Facebook groups, WhatsApp groups, people will post if there's a batch that has come out for Manager School. Managers of the MMM community can create their own multi-structures and get a bonus from each of the donation of every participant in their structure. This is a multi-level bonus. That's a manager can have his own leader whose rank is higher than him. Manager's bonus varies depending on the level in the structure. So it's a 10-day online course. So you will need a laptop, a good internet connection, and this online course in the evenings to cater for those people who go to work. And then usually the classes started about 8:30, so they make sure that they're finished. So maybe for the women, you finish doing your cooking, the kids are in bed. So 8:30, that's when it starts, maybe for an hour. And then you do, you're given tasks to do. You're given time to complete the tasks, and then you submit your tasks. So it's an intense 10 days, but at the end of it all, it's really worth it. So become a manager by finishing a 10-day course online and earning manager's bonuses. So manager's bonuses move like this. It's 5%, you get 5% from the first level participants of participant donations, 3% on the second level, 1% the third level, 0.5% the fourth level, 0.25% fifth level, 0.1% in the sixth level, 0.05% the seventh level, 0.03% the eighth level, 0.01% the next level. So it's really beneficial to become a manager, because then you get all this. If you're just an ordinary participant, you're just going to get 10% from your direct referrals. You won't get anything from, say, the person you directed, who's your direct referral. If they invite someone, you won't get anything from that third person who's in that structure. So I encourage everybody to join the guidance course, and also the guidance to encourage the people in their structure to also do guidance courses, because that way you also get bonuses from every guidance in your structure. And it also helps you as a guider to have guidance in your structure, so that they're able to help your structure grow and help the community grow. It will be less work for you, because you find if you're a guider, everyone wants you to help your direct downliner wants you to help their downliner, and yet you should train your team to be able to help each other, so that I don't know that you guys really hard work. I hear people saying, that's so much time. I said to this person, I invited this person to join MMM. Like, I will work hard for the team. I say Mahara, guys. I'm telling you, I'm a guider here. It's hard work. You need to train your team nicely, and so that also the community grows. People know what they're doing. And it is. So I encourage everybody to be a guider, learn the ups and downs of MMM, learn how to maneuver, learn how to train people to use the system, so that our system works smoothly. Okay, remember I spoke about Bitcoins and EcoCash. These two are the ones that we use to do our payments on money. EcoCash, everybody knows EcoCash, right? Yes. So EcoCash is the one that we use, because most people use EcoCash. So some may ask, what about Teles or Net1? We don't use those. We are encouraged to use EcoCash, since most people are on EcoCash. So I will explain on Bitcoins. How many know Bitcoins? Can I show hands? Bitcoins. Okay, not a lot. Okay, I also didn't know about Bitcoins when I joined, and apparently when it was like starting here in Zim, it was not so common. So most people, if EcoCash was, it would take long for a person to even order a EcoCash. So we just jumped into the Bitcoin bandwagon in my guider. And that was even before I became a guider. And my guider also was not yet a guider. So I was just like, you know what, let me just do this Bitcoin thing. So I did a Bitcoin order, and when it came out, it was something else. I was completely, I hardly knew how the Bitcoin works. Moreover, how to transact, but I just jumped in, I did what I did, and it worked out. And Bitcoin, you won't, even though I'm going to tell you something about it right now, you will not get everything in your head. It's something that you'll need to go back home, research on, read on, because it's something that's really complex. But it's becoming really popular. Even on our radio, on our radio, it was being talked about at one time. So it's the future of payments. So you should really consider learning more about it. Okay, Bitcoin, our access to the global community. Bitcoin is a consensus network that enables a new payment system and a completely digital money. It is the first decentralized peer-to-peer payment network that is powered by its users, with no central authority or middlemen. From a user perspective, Bitcoin is pretty much like cash for the internet. Why Bitcoin? It's easy, person to person. Send Bitcoin from your computer, tablet, smartphone, or other device to anyone, anywhere in the world, day or night. With a Bitcoin, if you do a Bitcoin transaction, it's instant. So we can equate the Bitcoin to our EcoCash here, but the Bitcoin being on a global level. I use a site called Local Bitcoin. That's my wallet, and I buy my Bitcoins from a site called 247exchange.com. So we'll say that 247exchange.com is our EcoCash agent when we're equating it to the EcoCash. And then your phone is your wallet, right? So my wallet with the Bitcoin would be localbitcoin.com. That's my wallet. That's the simplest way you can kind of figure out how the Bitcoin works or what it is. Secure. Strong cryptography. Bitcoin verifies transactions with the same state-of-the-art encryption that is used in banking, military, and government applications. It's open, fully decentralized. Bitcoin is an open source. Nobody owns it. The most popular client is maintained by a community of an open source developers. The charges, they are fair, they are minimal fees. Using the Bitcoin network is free except for a voluntary fee you can use to speed up transaction processing. Alright, so simply the Bitcoin, that is how the Bitcoin works, that is what it is. I would encourage you to go and do more research on the Bitcoin, and for those new members, when you're starting, rather you start with EcoCash whilst you're doing your research on the Bitcoin. Because after all, it's really worth it when you know about the Bitcoin, because even when you're selling it, say you now want to cash out the Bitcoin, they're in demand in our community, and so when you sell your Bitcoin for cash, you'll find that you actually be selling it it's a higher price than what you have. Say you got $100 worth of Bitcoins, you actually sell them at 110, depending on what the demand is. So I encourage you all to go and really look at what the Bitcoin is about and all. All right, next stage. I think before I go to explore your personal office, I need the slide which talks about how to register. I just want to show you how, say you've invited someone and they now want to register. You'll need to then go on to our website, which is ea-mmm.net. We are under East Africa as Zimbabwe. We're not yet a standalone, we're part of East Africa. So there are countries like Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Zambia, in East Africa, Nigeria. So that's the website we all use. So once you get into to that website, there will be a registration button that you will click, and it will give you this. So first you will need to enter your name, and then that's your, it's either a full name or a nickname. You don't really need to put the name that you use there, but you put your name and your surname. Email address, that's what comes next. Put your email address. And usually we encourage people to use Gmail. That's what we encourage. So, but if you don't have a Gmail account, it's okay, it's not a smash. But we just encourage Gmail because even when you want to do the guidance course, you'll be required to use Gmail. Because some of the tasks that we do, you'll find the applications, actually Google applications. So it's easier when you just have a Gmail address already. Password, phone number, you then put in your phone number, start with the country code +263, then you put your number. Password, you put whatever desired password that you want. I think usually they'll ask for about 8 characters to make it so that it's not easy to get into your account. And then invite, this is where you put the email address of the person who invited you. So it's either they've given you a link, their link, so if they've given you their link to follow, their email address will be automatically there. But if not, ask for the person's email address, the person that registered you, ask for their email address and put it on, and that's the email address that you'll put there. Your guider's email. If you know the guider of the person who invited you, you can put in their email address, but it's not really necessary because you automatically fall under the person who invited you's guider. So it's, if you don't know it, it's okay, it's not a train smash, you can just leave it blank. And then the phone number, yeah, you can also leave it blank. And then how did you learn about this? Just leave it there from friends, obviously. And then image code, you will get that code there that you will have to copy and write into that onto that blank space where it says image code. When you're done, then you will see there is a warning that will be here. Open that warning, go through it. If you agree to what is being said there, then you tick and you submit. You are then registered. So if you will see a page like this that says welcome to MMM. So we go on to the next part. So what you'll do then, you go on to log in, right? Once you've finished the registration system. Get into my page and edit anything that you need to edit, because after this you will not be able to edit. Just excuse the country and whatever. I think the person who created this was from Japan. But yeah, this is the only chance you'll get to edit anything. Because if you try and edit anything after say you've provided help, then you will be put under moratorium. What we call moratorium is when the system will not allow you to get help or access your PO and do any activities in there because they will think that your account has been hacked. So say you get in and you want to change your phone, you go and change your phone number. They will assume that your account has been hacked, and it's a hacker that is putting a new phone number so that they can access your money. So they will put you on a moratorium for 2 weeks and you will not be able to access your account. So don't fidget with anything in this area. Once you've done whatever you've done, come to my page. Registration in the phone number. This is your chance to change it before you confirm anything. Okay. So the person, your first name will be there and your last name, and then status. If you're a participant, it will show that you're a participant. If you're a guider, like in this guy's case, he's a 10+ guider. It will show that they're a 10+ guider. There will be your email there that you will need to confirm. it will ask you to confirm and cell number, country, region, city. Well, sometimes you find that some of those places will be blank, but it's okay, no problem. Yeah, this is the first item, the ones that are really important. Skype, Facebook, and all of that information is not really important. You will find then your guidance email contacts will also be at the bottom, right at the bottom. So basically, this is what your page will look like. I think next we'll look at how to add your account. That is your EcoCash, or if it's going to be Bitcoin, your Bitcoin. You then look at a tab in your personal office. There's a tab that says account. You go and click that tab and it will ask you for your account name. Account name, you'll then go on and put your name, first name and surname. These are the details that are going to show in your personal office once someone wants to send you your money. So it has to be the name that appears on your EcoCash, okay? So you then go on and put Vanessa Mpofu, and then it will ask you, okay, this one is giving us Bitcoin, but I'll start with EcoCash, then I'll go into Bitcoin. So to say account display name, Vanessa Mpofu, and then the code there, there'll be ECO, so you'll then choose ECO for EcoCash, and then bank name you'll put EcoCash. And then account number, that's where you put your phone number, your EcoCash phone number. And that's it. Beneficiary of account, you put your name again. And then, alright, this one is kind of different because these guys use banks. But basically the first lines are what are really important for us. So you put in your phone number as bank accounts. A lot of people will have a problem when they ask account number. Account number is simply your phone number. I think that's where the only problem you have. And then if it's going to be Bitcoin, say you want that, when you now have a Bitcoin account, account name, your name, bank code, put BTC, bank name, Bitcoin, and then account number. You'll see that when you create your wallet, your Bitcoin wallet, there's a long number. That's your account wallet, that's your address, your wallet address. This is what will stand as your account number. So that is what we'll just put in there. And then you save, and then it's all done. So that will be what you see on your account. Alright, sorry, just excuse me. Okay. Next slide. Wait, that's our provide help button. So that's where you would go, you put in whatever amount that you want to put in. And we move to the next slide. So basically, when you provide this, when you click the provide help button, can you go to the next page? Okay. So when you click the provide help button, it will prompt you to give you instructions step by step on what you're supposed to be putting in. So it's really not rocket science. It's really easy, it's simple. Just simply follow the instructions on what they're asking you to do. Auntie. Same thing with your get help button. Once you want to get help after having provided help, you just go on, click the get help button, and all instructions will come. It will all make sense once you're actually doing it. You may not get it right now, but this is just so that you see what you're going to be dealing with, so that it will be something familiar and you'll know what to do once you're there. And then I'll talk about support. Can you go to slide 23? There are times when we have problems, okay, like some of the things the do's and don'ts of MMM. You are not allowed to have more than 2 accounts in MMM. You should just have 1 account. Remember, MMM is not about making it about getting rich or certain investments. You want to say, okay, we put my money there, and leave it there. Because in MMM, you are it's all about providing help and getting help. But you are allowed, Jaco, to keep your money without withdrawing it for 3 months maximum. So maybe some people will then say, okay, let me create 3 accounts so that I can have more money or whatever. But it's not allowed. If you are found out, you will get blocked. Also, say you've asked to provide help, and then you find at the time that you are told to provide help, you don't have that money anymore, and you don't pay whoever is supposed to pay, you get blocked. It's always advisable that when you see Kuti where you don't have the money, you'll find Kuti, for the new guys, where once you join and you get into these groups, there's going to be talk of the train. The train is simply the day that you ask to provide help. So people will ask and say, train here, papi. Say when you provided help on the 14th, and it's now maybe the 22nd or something like that. And people will be like, train here, the train is now on the 11th, or is now on the 12th. And you had asked to provide help on the 14th. It means anytime soon you're going to be asked to provide help. So if you know that you don't have that money, it's better you cancel the order. You are allowed to do that before it comes out, so that you don't disadvantage the next person that's going to be matched to you. Because when the time comes, you know you don't have the money, but you just let the order come anyway. It means people now are given 72 hours to pay an order. So you know you don't have the money. You're going to wait for 72 hours. Someone's going to be disadvantaged. They're waiting for that money, but you're not going to give it to them. You get blocked, and they're given another person again. So we're facing this problem a lot. A person would have waited 72 hours, and then that person doesn't provide the help. They get blocked. Then they get another person. Then they get finally paid. But it's not nice. It's better if you know. You remember it said provide help with spare money. Okay, I know we probably all don't have spare money or whatever. Yes, they say spare money, but you'll be maybe hoping that you get. But if you find that you don't get it, please cancel the order and wait for when you have it. When you cancel it, don't worry, you don't get blocked. As long as your order is not yet out, you don't get blocked. So if you find that train kushika and better you cancel and so that we just move on and the community will go far more smoothly. It's always better that way. Or even maybe you can't and at that very moment, and maybe order at your order. Don't wait for time to lapse, because you're going to get blocked anyway. So there's a I refuse to pay order button. So on that day, don't wait for 72 hours, because there isn't able to fix on guys. We're trying to help each other here and So and also people, when you invite whoever you invite, please let them know this. It's very important. Because sometimes we are encouraged to say when order Yabuda and maybe 24 hours is lapsed, maybe call the person. They probably don't know. People are just inviting people to this community, but they don't really know. They're not really doing their job in educating the people how the system works and how the system works. Tell the person, okay, if provide help with money that you have for one. But if you are hoping to get money and it doesn't come and your order is almost out, please cancel it. If it comes out and you didn't know it was about to come out, and you see that it's out, you don't have the money, refuse to pay and better get blocked. Rather than kumira kuti 72 hours lapse because you're going to get blocked anyway. So you'll find if you call a person sometimes, they'll say, I don't even know how to get into the system and refuse. Please show people all the things and so that they know and at least like a counselor or broker, I know broker. So I'm talking about this getting blocked. You then go on to this page here. You go into your PO and click support and So once you block, say you've been blocked and You just go on and you choose you press your drop down thing, and it will give you options of what problem you have. So in this case, you've been blocked and deleted. So you choose participant blocked. Once you choose participant blocked, it will come here in the question subject, participant blocked. Title, you then write please unblock, and then write your message here. So the message will be what you want to do for you and why you had been blocked in the first place. So you ask politely for them to unblock you. Don't say too many things. Those guys who read this stuff, they're Russian or something like that, so the English, you want to say so many things. Just write simple English. I couldn't process my order because of network problems or 1, 2, 3. Please unblock me. You are done. And this is. And then if you find whatever problem that you have and you need help with when you write to support, it's not part of the stated things in the drop down. You just choose add a question. And then title, you then put in whatever help you need, you put in that. So this is our support. This is how support works at dating. Yeah, so okay, I think I've said everything, how to register, support, how to work with support.